One is to take advantage of this incredible gift that has come with the newest part of the brain. So, the brain has old parts and new parts, right? The old part, the reptilian brain, as we call it, in the back of the brain, that's 400 million years old. That's fight or flight, survive, feed, reproduce, etc. The 300 million year old area of the brain, the limbic brain, the emotional brain, that's where the emotions of fear and desire are serving that instinctive brain, making sure that the species keeps going. And embedded in that emotional area is also short-term memory. But then you have this new area of the brain, the frontal cortex or the neocortex. It's only 4 million years old. And there you have reason, planning, judgment. But I think more importantly, you have the ability to apply meaning to life, purpose to life. You can ask, why am I here? You can have empathy for others. You can have imagination, creativity. And this is a relatively new area of the brain that showed up in mammals and has been really highly evolved in us. That same area of the brain gives us the ability to be self-aware. So, for example, let's say something terrible happens and you're really sad, and your emotional brain is pumping out those signals to be sad. At the same time that you're sad or you feel sad, you can know you're sad, right? Think about when you're a kid. I mean, when you're a kid, you go through these. At least I did. You can be in big trouble with your parents, and you feel terrible. But then you can also step back and say, I know I feel terrible right now, right? And displace yourself from it, detach from it. As we get older, that gets more difficult. So self-awareness allows you to be aware of what's going on in your brain. Now, I want to make a really profound, I think, profound point here. And if you get it, I think it's really interesting and it's something to think about. Your brain brings you 4 basic things, right? Your brain delivers to you your sensations, including images. It brings you feelings. It brings you thoughts. So sensations, images, feelings, and thoughts. And Dan Siegel, the great neuropsychiatrist at UCLA, calls it SIFT, S-I-F-T. That's what your brain delivers you. Now, when you see a red car going down the road, you say, I see a red car. But you don't say, I am the red car. You know your brain, there's photons hitting your eyes, receptors are bringing images to your brain. Your brain processes that information and provides for you an image of a red car. Your brain produces for you the image of a red car based on light that's hitting your receptors in your eyes. But you see the car, and you don't say, I am a red car. But now let's take another example. Something in the outside world happens, you're disappointed, someone says something that hurts you, makes you feel sad. And your brain is bringing you sadness in response to an outside event. And quickly, you readily say, I am sad. We make the argument that when something happens outside to make you feel sad, it's just as ludicrous to say, I am sad, as it is to say, I am a red car, when your brain brings you the image of a red car. Your brain delivers to you sensations, images, feelings, and thoughts. It's doing you a service. When you become, as we say in Super Brain, the user of the brain and exercise your self-awareness, you observe your feelings. So if suddenly you feel sad, you say, okay, my brain's making me feel sad right now, or I'm feeling sad right now. Learn from it, but then don't identify with it. As soon as you identify with negative emotions, you become them, and you are shortchanging yourself. You're basically imprisoning yourself in that emotion. And then later on, even when you get over it, later on you're going to be traumatized, and you're going to have what's called a limiting belief system. Limiting beliefs means something happens, and you want to do something. You're thinking, okay, I want to go achieve this, achieve that. I want to, whatever it is you're interested in, a hobby or work or a sport. I want to hit a home run in baseball. Okay, but then something inside says, no, I can't do it. These limiting beliefs, these negative belief systems become ingrained as you identify with negative emotions based on events. So when new events happen that trigger those old memories, you have all these limiting beliefs about what you can do. If you want to remove those limiting beliefs, you basically don't identify with the negative emotion.
The book is Super Brain.